So this is our fourth session in a series of practices that are designed to help us to transition into springtime. I've also kind of synchronized these practices with the moon phases. So this practice synchronizes nicely with the full moon phase. If you're not practicing them in line with the moon, though, it doesn't matter, but they should help us to come into springtime nicely. So this practice is about feeling ascending energy and expansion. It's about feeling ourselves open up as we come into spring. So the fact that we're around the full moon right now really helps, really corresponds with that feeling of ascending energy and expansion. Now, usually on a full moon, I'm teaching rooting and grounding, so we balance out that rising, headstrong, ascending energy. Today, I want us to stay rooted and grounded, and we worked on that in the first session. But I want us to really embrace that feeling of rising energy, because I think we need it right now. From what you guys are telling me, a lot of us are feeling heavy and unenthusiastic and just need to feel that expansion of energy. So we're going to start with a few moments on a bolster with the heart open, with the spine in supported extension. So if you don't have a bolster, you can use pillows or cushions or rolled up duvet, something this kind of shape you want to make. And we're just going to traction out over that. So you bring whatever support you're using in towards the sacrum, the base of your spine, and lift and lengthen as you come over that support. And if you feel that you need something, a folded blanket or maybe a thin cushion underneath the back of your head to keep the back of your neck nice and long, you can. Now you can keep your knees bent and your feet on the floor, or you can straighten your legs all the way down. You want to take your arms wide, so you open your heart space, your shoulders and your chest. And just notice how this feels here. With your exhalations, you give to gravity, you release, you let go of your day. And with your inhalations, you feel yourself open up. You feel the belly, the ribs, the chest expanding as you inhale. You close your eyes, you relax the face. And you just start to come into this session quietly. Now, if we are feeling a little low, if we're feeling unenthusiastic, or if we're lacking confidence, all of this space will be closing. You know, we tend to round the back a little bit, wrap the shoulders around us, the heart space is closing. This posture really helps us to open up that space. And you'll notice how good it feels just to be here with your heart, your chest open, your belly space open. So we're going to stay here for another 5 or 6 breaths, just elongating your inhale. And also your exhale. Good. Now, this is a beautiful posture. If you feel that you would like to or you need to stay here for longer, you know that you can pause me, you can take as long as you need. When you feel that you're ready, you can bring yourself slowly up to sitting. So bend your knees if you have your knees out straight, your legs out straight. Bring yourself slowly up. If you feel you need to roll off to one side, that's okay. That's a fine way to transition out of this. If you feel that you are comfortable just to roll yourself up, you can come up slowly. And we'll just take this in the other direction for a moment or two. So bringing yourself up to sitting and just allowing yourself with the soles of the feet together and the knees falling out to the side to drop forward and into a butterfly pose. So let your head hang here. Just allow the spine to decompress. Breathe into your back for a moment or two. Allowing your awareness to follow your breath. And there's no push or pull here. So you're just gently giving to gravity. And then when you're ready, you can peel yourself up. Just restack your spine, yourself up to sitting. Really lovely pair of postures to begin your practice. Moving your spine in both directions, extension and flexion. Bring yourself to sit with your legs crossed. I'm going to spin around so that I face you, but you can stay facing the short edge of your mat. And maybe take some support here, a cushion or a block, so that you can sit tall. Be sure that your belly space and your heart space are open. You can rest your hands on your knees or in your lap or your fingertips on the floor beside you, wherever you feel more comfortable. Try and widen your collarbones. Draw your shoulders back a little bit, open your heart space. And we're going to take some 3-part breaths here, some 3-part inhalations. So you're inhaling 1/3, so you fill your belly space, pausing for a moment or two, and then inhaling and filling your rib space. So the second part, and then inhaling again and feeling that you fill your chest, that you fill right up to your collarbones, and you feel the expansion of that breath around your heart space. You can apply some bandha when you are full here, so you can lift gently through pelvic floor, through Mula Bandha, draw the belly in, so there's just very light Uddiyana Bandha here, and then tuck your chin in. So don't drop your head forward, but draw the chin in towards the front of the throat, so there's Jalandhara Bandha, and you're bringing then all of that expansion around your heart and opening your chest. So try this with me, we'll do 3 rounds. So just finding your breath first, take an inhale. And exhale, so you're entirely empty. And then inhale, so you're 1/3 full. And pause. Inhale, 2/3 full. And pause. Inhale to the top. Hold the breath in, apply bandha. Exhale slowly. And just there is the nicest feeling of releasing and letting go. Now take a recovery breath. So inhale and exhale. And then we'll do the same thing again. So you inhale 1/3. Pause. 2/3. Pause. To the very top. Retain the breath. Exhale slowly. Really releasing all of your pressure, all of your stress. Now take a recovery breath. And we'll do one more round. So you inhale 1/3. Pause. 2/3. Pause. To the top. Hold it in. Exhale slowly. Good. All of your tension drains away. You take a breath here. Good. You can bring your hands in front of your heart. You may have your own springtime intention. Intentions for new ideas. Whatever we want to create or cultivate this spring. Connect your intention in your head and in your heart. And when you're ready, transition over onto your hands and knees, so tabletop pose. So you can clear your cushions, your bolster away from your mat. And we come right over and into tabletop. Good. Okay, now think about opening through your chest. So your right arm comes out to the side and all the way up. And then slowly down. Now your left. And slowly down. So again, so right. Really feel that you open up and then slowly down. Left. One more. And then left. Perfect. Now sit back into child's pose for a moment. So drop back towards your heels. But if you can, take your knees wider than you usually would. Reach your arms forward so you feel that you open through the fronts of your shoulders. And see if you can just release your heart down towards the mat in between your knees. Put your forehead on the floor. Or if your chest drops too far down for this to be comfortable, you turn your head off to one side. And if you're choosing to turn your head to one side, turn the other way and take a breath or two there. As you exhale, feel that you let the heart drop a little bit further. When you're ready, you can bring yourself up and you can sit back on your heels here. So for Tadasana, you can use a block for support, or if it's not comfortable for you to kneel, you can sit cross-legged. So take support if you need to. And we're extending the arms out so we open all the way through the heart lines. So you reach out, try and feel that your arms lengthen, that you have space. Space around there at the head of the upper arm bone, space in the shoulder joints. And each inhale, you breathe the arms a bit wider. And then easing into a twist, so you turn towards your right, so your left hand can come over towards your right leg and your right hand can come around behind you. Now think more about lifting and opening your chest and drawing your right shoulder back. So nice and wide open. And then release from there and bring the right arm over the left so you come into an eagle bind. Feel that you open up space now behind your heart. So inhaling, maybe the arms float up a little bit higher. You might just want to tease out your upper back. So sometimes just bringing the elbows in towards your heart can help you open up that space across the back of your shoulders. And when you're ready, you release the arms wide again. Let them really extend. Feel that you expand with each inhale. When you're ready, you take your twist around to the left. You can bring your left hand behind you, or you can wrap that left hand around if you feel that that gives you more opening. You draw your left shoulder back, lengthen your left collarbone, lift your heart nice and high. When you release from your twist, your left arm comes over your right. You come back into the eagle bind. And then we might want to lift higher on our inhale. Maybe come in towards the center and just see if you can tease some of that tightness out from your upper back. And then once more, we release the arms wide. And this time you can loop the arms around behind you, interlace your fingers, draw the knuckles down towards the floor and slightly back. but lift your heart and widen your collarbones. If it feels okay for you from here, you can take a bow forward. Releasing from here and coming back into tabletop pose, so onto your hands and knees again. And this time we'll take a big shoulder circle, so you take your right arm forward and all the way around. You work some of that tightness out from your shoulder. Do the other side, so your left arm comes up and around. And then one more. All the way around. And the other side. Perfect. Back to tabletop pose and spread out your fingers, turn your toes under. Really connect to the earth. So a big exhale takes your energy down into your roots, into your foundation. One inhale. And then when you're ready, slowly take yourself into downward facing dog. Now for today, maybe keep the knees a little soft. So you bend your knees and you open more into your shoulders. So lift your sit bones. Try and let your shoulders open, let your head hang. Another breath. Maybe one more. When you're ready, you walk your feet towards your hands. As your feet arrive at your hands, you lift your heart and you open your frontal space. So this is Ardha Chandrasana. Draw the heart forward as if you're trying to thread your breastbone through your upper arms and then release into your forward fold. So make sure you're not pushing or pulling. Release your neck, shrug your shoulders. Take a long inhale. Long exhale. Really giving to gravity as you exhale. You should feel buoyant on your inhale, as if the inhale picks you up slightly, supports you, and then on your exhale you feel release and let go. So there's some fluctuation there as you breathe. We root into the feet to rise up. So you let the bones of the feet spread, the toes, the heels press down, the knees remain soft, and you slowly ascend. You come all the way up to standing in Tadasana at the front edge of the mat. And we just take a breath here. On your inhale, you take your arms out and up. Your right wrist will come into your left hand, and as you exhale, open your right side. So a little crescent over to the left. And then on your inhale, come up. Change the wrist, so you're holding your left wrist in your right hand, little crescent over to the right, so you open your left side. You inhale back up. And this time as you exhale, the arms swim around behind you. You inhale, open your heart. And exhale, fold forward. So you can take a breath here.
Again, so if you go and feel the rise and fall, the fluctuation of your breath. On your next inhale, you slowly, gently release your fingertips to the floor and simultaneously draw your heart forward. On the exhale, the right foot steps back, so you're coming into a lunge. Now stay here for your inhale and lengthen. And as you exhale, you lower your right knee. Good. Now take as long as you need to stabilize here. When you're ready, you bring yourself up and you swim the arms around behind you. Again, you interlace. You draw the knuckles down slightly back and you lift and open your heart space. You can turn your gaze up. More open with each inhale, more expansive with each inhale. Now your left hand can come to your left thigh and your right arm's going to sweep up. You're drawing your right thumb back and you're really opening through your right side. Perfect. When it feels like enough, both hands come down. And we step the left foot back into downward facing. Nice long breath you can. Big exhale, just help you clear away some of that heavy or dense energy. We're letting go of everything that is winter as we exhale. On your next exhale, you lower your knees slowly to the floor. And on your inhale, you come into a happy cat, so you're drawing your breastbone forward and gently extending your spine. And we stay here for a breath or two. Now just notice how it feels. Make sure you're not collapsing in your back. You shouldn't be pinching your lower back. Keep your elbows soft so you're not locking your joints. And really try and open through your belly space. So again, as if you're threading your breastbone through your upper arms. And notice how it feels to you, how it energizes, enlivens the energy. One more breath. When you're ready, you press back into downward facing. Good. Now your right foot comes onto the midline and your left leg slowly rises. So you ascend into a split dog, left leg rising. Now you can turn this open if you like. So you turn your pelvis towards the left and you open your belly space and your heart space. This is optional. And then we're going to thread. So you come back to the center and you thread the left foot all the way through and you place for a lunge. You take a moment and you lengthen, so from your right heel all the way through to the crown of your head, make space. And we're coming into a version of Pose Vacanosana. So when you feel that you're ready, you spin your right foot, put the heel down. Make sure you really seal the outer edge of your right foot to the floor. So there's still some lift underneath your inner right arch. You can bring your forearm to your thigh or your hand to the floor. You can use a block here if you need to. We open the chest again. So you turn and you open. Take the arm up. You really reach up towards the ceiling or the sky. You can bring this hand to the floor if it doesn't compromise your alignment. Make sure you're not turning your chest towards the floor just to get your hand all the way down there. When you're ready, you release from here and both hands are going to come to the floor either side of your front foot. You come onto the toes of your back foot. And if you feel that you can, you press into your left foot and you let your right foot float up. You're looking for balance here. So root the left foot, press back through your right heel, bring your heart forward, soften your left knee so that you have some spring in your joint. Try and bring your heart forward and lengthen. If you feel that you can swim the arms around behind you one more time. Draw the knuckles back. Try and take the heart forward, find space here. Nice and steady. And when it's enough, you step back and into your Tadasana. Hands come back in front of your heart and breathe. And then the same cycle to the other side. So you take the arms out and up. This time the left wrist comes into the right hand and you side bend. So you're going over to the right, opening the left side first. Slowly we come up and over the other way. So you exhale, open your right side. Inhale and come up. As you exhale, the arms swim around behind you, interlace. Inhale, open your heart. Exhale, folding forward, soften the knees, release your lower back, middle back, upper back, neck. Open the shoulders. And you stay for a moment and breathe. On the next inhale, fingertips gently come to the floor and you bring your heart forward. Open your frontal space. Ardha Chandrasana. Good. On your exhale, your left leg steps back, coming into lunge. So right foot forward, left foot back. You breathe here, inhale, lengthen. And as you exhale, you lower your back knee to the floor. Stay here for as long as you need to, so that you feel stable. Really put down your roots. And when you're ready, you press the foundation, come up and interlace behind you again. Roll the heart open. Wide collarbones. Your right hand comes to your right thigh and your left arm sweeps up. You draw your left thumb back, really feel that you open your left side. And when you're ready, you release. You step back into downward dog. We can soften the knees, really try and open the shoulders. One more inhale. When you're ready, you exhale, slowly down, knees touch down simultaneously. So make sure you don't drop one side and then the other. And you bring your heart through and come into that happy cat. Make sure you don't lock your elbows. And just feel how the energy flushes here as you breathe all the way through your center. When you feel ready, you tuck the toes and send yourself back into downward facing. Your left foot comes onto the midline, your right foot rises. So you're coming into a split dog. Now you can keep your split dog basic, so sort of neutral in its alignment, or you can turn your pelvis all the way around to the right and open your belly space. This is going to open your inner left leg line also. When you're ready, you square up and you bring the leg through. So nice and slow, you feel a little bit of power center here as you hug the knee in. Reminder of our last session. And then you step your foot forward and you find your lunge. You're going to want to square your right hip back. You make length and space here in your lunge before you start to come into Vacanosana. So really lengthen. And then you spin the back foot. So you remember, you seal the outer edge of the back foot, keep the inner arch lifting. You can bring your forearm to your thighs. So I always like to start here. Even if I think I can do the full posture, it's good to start here. And you open your belly, so you roll that top hip back. You feel the opening through your inner right leg line. You reach your tail down, so you keep the lower back long. You press the sacrum forward, so you really feel this opening. You open through your side body, you open your heart. Take the arm up and just notice how that feels before you try and go any further. Do you need to go any further? If you're taking your hand to the floor, make sure you don't compromise your alignment. Just to put your hand on the floor, you need to keep your chest wide open. One more breath. Good. When you're ready, you release from here. Your hands can come to the floor either side of your front foot. Now take your time, regulate your breathing. When you feel ready, you press into your front foot and your back leg floats. Now kick back here. So as if you're pressing the sole of your left foot into a wall behind you. You soften your right knee. You bring your heart forward. If you feel that you're stable, you can swim the arms around behind you, interlace, draw the knuckles back, the heart forward. Keep pushing back into your left foot. Just one more breath. And then a really slow step into your Tadasana again. So again, we take a moment for observation. Good. We're going to be standing on our left foot first. You bring both feet together, bend your knees slightly, and take your right leg over your left leg. Now, you can leave your right toes on the floor here. You want to hug your inner thighs together, so there's no space here in between your legs. If you feel that you have your balance, you can wrap your right leg around your left. Good. Now see if you can reach the arms up here. Inhale. Now exhale, just down to your eyebrow center. Now inhale, bring the hands to your heart. Perfect. Now exhale, step the right leg back. You're looking for warrior two. We're extending out the arms and lengthening. Drop down your sit bones. Your spine is vertical. Turn your palms up for more opening. Take one more breath. Good. Now take a reverse warrior. So you reach your right hand down your right leg. And you reach your left arm up. Nice long breath here. Now as you come out of here, see if you can bring yourself into a nice humble warrior. So you're interlacing behind your back again, and you're dropping your chest down just inside your left leg. Try and keep the neck nice and easy, shoulders open. One more breath. Good. Gently release the arms. Bring the left hand diagonally across from your left baby toe. So you have some space between your left foot and your left hand. Press into your left foot and see if you can bring yourself into Ardha Chandrasana. So this is a half moon pose. So you stabilize down into your left foot, press back through your right foot. And then if you feel you can open up, you turn the pelvis around the head of that left thigh bone. If you have your balance, you reach up and you open. Ardha Chandrasana. Good. Now, see if you can transition back to Tadasana smoothly. Perfect. You take a breath. Let's stand on the right foot and take the left leg over the right. You sit low. If you need to leave your left toes on the floor, this is fine. If you want to wrap all the way around, you can. Hands in front of your heart. Can we inhale up? Exhale to the head. Inhale to the heart. Exhale, step back for your warrior two. So you find your feet, you find the correct stance for you. Drop your sit bones down, extend your arms. Palms up for more opening. One more breath. You reverse your warrior. And then as smoothly and gracefully as you can, you interlace behind you and you release into humble warrior pose. Good. Releasing the hands slowly. You bring your right hand diagonally across from your right foot, your right baby toe, and you shift the weight into your right foot. So you press down into your right foot. You feel the energy ascend. So again, it's from the earth up. You kick back through your left leg. And just take a moment here. Soften your right knee. Make sure you're not locking your joints. If it feels okay, you open your inner right leg line. You turn your pelvis to the left. And if you feel that you have your balance, you're going to take your left arm up. Try and open through your heart lines. Good. If we can, we soften now the right knee and we transition smoothly back to Tadasana. Good. Your hands are in front of your heart and you stand for a moment. How do you feel?
You regulate your breathing. You feel the rise of energy, the pull of the moon on your inhale. As you exhale, you feel the energy moving down towards the earth. So you feel grounded and anchored. On your next breath, you inhale, you take the arms up. As you exhale, you fall forward.
Good. Inhale, lift your heart, lengthen. And exhale, you move back into downward facing. You might just pedal your legs here. Notice how you feel in your legs, your hips, your feet. In your own time, you can lower down into child's pose. So this time, just keeping the knees relatively close, sitting back towards your heels, reaching your arms forward and lengthening as you come into mild flexion. Your forehead relaxes to the floor. And we just feel the calm energy here, the earthy energy in child's pose. When you're ready, we'll come over and onto our seat, so you find Tadasana. We're just going to quiet the energy here with a couple of forward folds. So bend your right leg and place the sole of your right foot on your left thigh. Lift your heart and lengthen. And when you're ready, you come forward and into Janusha. You might come halfway up here, just draw the heart forward and lengthen. And then when you're ready, exhale forward again. Now, you can keep your hands flat to the floor. I always like this version with the hands on the floor. I think it removes our temptation to pull ourselves down and into the posture. So I like this. But if you want to take hold of your foot, that's fine. Also, you can bind all the way around if your arms are long enough, or your legs short enough. So slowly. Whichever version of the pose feels good for you. And breathing into your back. And you come up when you're ready. You straighten your right leg. And then you bend your back. Same thing. So we lift and open. Nice active leg and open the sole of your foot. You come forward when you're ready. You might want to inhale, come halfway up. And then exhale into your fold. your own time. You come slowly up. We're going to straighten out both legs. Lift the heart. Widen your sit bones. And come forward when you're ready. You breathe into any tight spots that you're feeling in your back. You might want to come halfway up and lengthen. And then release back into your fold. And when you're ready, you come up. And if you feel that you're ready here, you take yourself down to the floor for some relaxation. Now I'm going to bring my bolster in again, and I'm going to take that restorative fish pose. If it feels good for you, go ahead and take that posture again. If it doesn't feel so good for you, just take a Shavasana or a semi-supine. If you're choosing to use support, your bolster or your pillows or cushions or whatever support you're using, bring it right into your sacrum, and as you come over, make sure you lengthen your spine. If you need support under the back of your head, if you feel that you're dropping your head back, if you're opening the front of your throat and compressing the back of your neck or the base of your skull, you might need a bit of support here. You can use a cushion or a blanket there if you feel that you need a bit more to be just right, to be comfortable. So the chin is slightly in, the arms are wide, the heart is open. Your ribs, your belly, your chest, your collarbones are nice and wide. You might like to take a huge breath here, big inhale. Retain it. And then as you exhale, just let your body wrap around your bolster, around your support. You feel yourself dissolve and soften. You might do that again. Retain. And then release.
You allow your breath to come and go freely, so there is no effort or control. You notice if you feel more spacious, more open. You notice the pulse of energy of prana within the container of your body. Again, you can stay for longer. You can stay for as long as you need. If you feel that you're ready, you can move your fingers and your toes, stretch out your arms and your legs. In your own way, you can bring yourself slowly up to sitting. And we can just take a moment again to notice how we feel. So hopefully these 4 sessions will help you to transition into spring. It's often very stop-start, very fragmented and bumpy, our transition into spring. It often reflects the weather. You know, we feel enthusiastic and bright when the sun shines, and less so when it's dull or rainy. But hopefully the practice maybe helps us to modulate those extremes so we feel more even and more in balance. You bring your hands in front of your heart. You take a bow forward. Namaste.